On Friday and Thursday evening market recap, what's our goal? We take profit on Friday morning and then short all the pops, right? So I shorted NQ and tried to go long on micro. I shorted NQ and shorted MES. I shorted 30 contract MES. I should just short 3 contract ES, become much cheaper commission. So I totally shorted about 9 contract between full contract NQ and ES. And then along the way, I tried to go long on macro NQ. Actually, I was profitable. And Friday, luckily, I closed all the macro NQs except 2 contracts left. And so I just added. Um, so clearly the brown information, you can see target is going to be 60.50. But on 60 minutes, really the up impulse move started from 6,000, right? So as a wick zone, the wick zone worked 1 time. So we're going to delete this. Clearly, the second time didn't work. In the second zone, I said I'm leaning on this one. And so far, 15 minutes working. So on Friday, we put on September. I always put on September lead puts SPY. And then we shared big whales. Big whales, I think was March put. So I did March, June, and September SPY. So SPY puts, if you guys followed, then should give us very good profit. So if you look at 60 minutes, the worst case scenario could go all the way to 6,000 because that's the trend line breakout. If I squeeze this in, see that trend line breakout retest here could be very possible. But are we gonna do it? I don't think so. Worst case scenario, that would be really worst case scenario. I don't imagine. But so far, let's see whether this zone is holding. So far, it is holding. 60.50 is what I'm seeing. That would be my worst case scenario. So let's see. On NQ is very hard to gauge where exactly it's going to drop to. That's why I always say, you hear me saying this over and over again, using ES to gauge for NQ entry. So on 60 minutes, trendline breakout retest could be here, and it's already hit it. If ES doesn't stop dropping, we could we could go as low as 21,370. So actually, I get excited when they're dropping. Then there's so much more room to go. But as a consequence, for me, it's getting really harder and harder, challenging. The cycle becomes so fast. I don't know whether you guys notice it. Like up and down 2,000 points on NQ literally within a month. It's like keeping up with it is requires a lot of mental power. Like sometimes like last week, I literally by Tuesday, I was already like exhausted. So anyway, overall, we were expecting a drop and we got our drop. There's really nothing to be worried. I mean, if you try to go long, let's say I always gave larger time frame zone, and then I would say, okay, let's watch down 2 minutes. 2 minutes, that's because the stop loss is lower, right? So I said, okay, I'm going here. Your stop loss about 20 points. It's still acceptable, but if you do full contract, do 5 of them, this is settable loss, to be honest. That's why I always give like as soon as I see something like this, okay, I will enter here and then stop loss here. There's many ways you can enter trades and manage your trades. It's really hard to use general language to describe the whole every scenario. But in large drop like this, you could like, can you put stop loss here? You could, but that's a huge loss if you get stopped out. So if you are worried and you're not comfortable to go long, there's nothing wrong not to go long. But that's really when you make the most money. You catch in the like falling knife, right? You could use larger time frame, let's say 15 minutes reversal, but your stop loss maybe put halfway to this long tail. So far we don't have 15 minutes reversal yet. Or you can do, okay, let me see 60 minutes. I want to do reversal. Or you can do daily, but then your stop loss become harder to place. So for me, if I can be honest for just 1 second, I like for large drop like this, if my position is tiny, let's say I have 500,000 account more than that, and I only put on 3, 4 contracts. I don't even bother to put on stop loss right now. But however, if I see price move away to, let's say, double this distance or to 21,620, then before going to bed, I'll put my stop loss and my entry. Or you can watch ES, see what ES doing. And if ES give you like 30 minutes, 15 minutes confirmation, then you can use 2 minutes to enter. There are literally many ways to trade. It's really hard to generalize. But for me, I think it's almost reached my worst case scenario for NQ. But NQ always drop more. And this actually the last defense. And I mean, this really did huge impulse move started from 21,200. And if you look at fair value gap, so I look at so many things to determine like where it could be. So you look at hourly time frame. This is SPY. And this clearly is very strong level. That's the weak zone broke. But right now we are at a very strong like zone here. Losing this, then 60-50. So this is like a fair value gap in multi levels here. So let's see whether it holds. If it doesn't hold, I would expect here. But at this point, the evening is very hard to judge because the volume is so low. However, the Chinese people are having holiday and their market is popping. So that's how you see all the Chinese tickers from last week. I'm very reluctant to give Chinese ticker, even though I have some PDD. That's the only one that I have. It was big green, and I didn't actually in hard position, and then the rest become red. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna hold this and see what's happening. Like it's not a huge position, but still, when you see your position from big green to red, you kind of like mad at yourself a little. So anyway, so let's look at ES SPY. This what I gave yet on Friday, saying I gave the SPY. SPY, where are you? Here. So 60 minutes, that's daily. 60 minutes is the 60 minutes. This area is the wave 4. So we are here right now. Okay, can we fill the gap? like drop to 598. Possible, anything is possible, right? So far, we are already printing wave four. It really depends on what the earning and I think okay, so there is zero chance we are gonna have recut in January. Like zero, nada. We already know a market knew. So um what about March? I think it's gonna be how the tone is gonna be Jay Powell saying in the future, whether they're gonna keep the rate high, uh, or they are gonna cut based like data driven, and they can always manipulate the data. So if he said I'm not gonna cut it until June, market will definitely not be happy. Namely TLT, TMF, Labu, IWM, those will be really dropping sharp. So you could do double buy on those stickers for FOMC play. Like TLT is not worth doing option for, but if you want to do Labu, IWM, it could be worth doing that. So here is not a super strong support. Like you have very gappy, but the real strong support really is where the 599 and the really strong one is 595. And that's the December, 50% of the December retracement. So let's see what we're getting. So evening session, I don't expect to do too much at night. So if you want to just, I don't want to think about my trade when I'm sleeping, then just let it go. Don't worry about it. And then let's see what tomorrow does, right? So I actually like the fact they dropped before the FOMC meeting. If Jay Paul said I'm not gonna cover it until June, Trump probably gonna fire him on Friday. So we'll see. So far I'm leaning bullish. There's nothing bad about this. Your trend 60-minute trend even didn't break. So there's nothing super bearish about this drop. Okay, NQ drop a little bit more. Okay, that's what I really get excited because I can do NDX call and cheap and can give us literally 1,000% return. I mean, if you want me to do NDX call here, how much room is there? Think about how much room is here, right? So let's look at NDX. Then NDX 30 minutes and hourly, both wave 5 up. So the upside target, it could be like 22,000. So let's say if tomorrow at open, we put on, depending on how much, we put on like, I just say 5, I'm gonna risk $3,000, put on 22,000 NDX call for Friday DTE or for Thursday DTE. And or you can do double buy, but you buy double the call, like 1:2 to 1 ratio, like back ratio almost. So there's many ways to play. Whenever I see something drop like this, I actually get excited because the upside is so much more worth the risk. Anyway, so we have two levels on NQ. ES is just about to go through my first zone. And so anyway, I said I'm leaning here, but I'm clearly seeing the broad information. So the new members might not know this is really a good indicator. It's free on TreeStation. I don't know on other platform has this or not. This is many times gave me the absolute bottom when market has huge drops. Like 2022, right? Then 48.50, like a ES drop, and this indicator gave me on the 360 minutes. you have to play with it sometimes. Like if I change to, you see 60 minutes doesn't have it. Let's see 30 minutes. So you have to play with time frame. See 30 minutes doesn't have it either. Only 10, 15. Let me change to 10. See, 10 doesn't have it either. So a lot of times it's very tricky. You have to play with it. And so the 48.50 downside during that huge drop, I saw this from my indicator, and that's when I loaded really heavy on long. So anyway, so that we have a plan tomorrow what to do. First thing we probably should take profit on the SPY puts, short DTE. The longer one, September one, if you don't want to take, it's fine. But I'm probably gonna take at least 50%. And then if we do have a pop, I'm gonna add back on what I want to do. And so I saw someone started saying, yes, go to 3,500, 2,400. I don't know what people are smoking. Anyway, so Bitcoin is not done yet. It's gonna have a retest of this area before the next leg down. So if you want to try to do the future here, entry here and stop loss here, it is fine. Micro is very low risk, very cheap, but it did have also run breakout too. Like Friday, I was doing this short and long. So now you can go long here and then stop loss to below. Micro doesn't give you a lot of like stop loss. It's not very expensive like NQ, micro NQ. And your offset target probably gonna be first one here, second one here. Okay, so that's if J-pop become not as like hawkish, we could see the 10-year deal dropping and TML TLT up. So we'll see. My feeling this will go to 5 again before dropping. So let's look at dollar. Dollar has been really strong, and I think daily it's going to be 1, 2, and then start drop. Gold has really good retracement too. And let's look at gold daily, see what's happening. See, this daily has a almost daily breakdown gold. See here? Almost daily breakdown. So it's on the upper Bollinger Bands on the GLD. So clearly we need a retracement. And so let's say where I want to go long on gold. Your last impulse moves will be here. So if gold come back down to somewhere here, it may start to pay a little bit more attention. See, that's your also 240 minutes impulse move. So, but so far it's not yet. But the ideally should come back all the way down. This is the origin. This is the origin of the last impulse move. So ideally, for gold, it really should come back down to this level for us to get in. Can you do here? Yeah, you can. Like I usually say, okay, there's zone there, and then I'm gonna watch 5 minutes, see how price is leaving that zone. Okay, so now I have this zone, and then like I'm literally in large time frame zone, but I'm watching on small time frame because gold stop loss even more ridiculous, even more expensive if you do full contract. Anyway, so that is that. So I spent a little bit of time to go through every single sector. So XLB material, B is material. XLB, IBB are daily wave 5 down, and home builder XHB communication at XLC, they too are wave 3 up. So XLC, C. Okay, let's look at ABB. IBB, not ABB, ABB. So this is daily wave 1, 2. We're gonna come back down here, and then XLB, material. I don't have the full sector here. Okay, here clearly it's looking like topping. So 1, 2, 3, gonna come back down. And then home builder, XHB, is it here? No. There, I see it. So this one is daily, like 5, 3, 1, 2, 3. I home builder bullet seasonality is about to start soon. So we have some ticker BLD, BLDR. I have BLDR, quite heavy position actually. And XLC, wave 3 up, Netflix, Meta. That tells me Meta earning, I think, is going to pop actually. Just judging by this. I'm not saying it will, but oftentimes it happens like that. So all the home builders, the ticker I like the most is MAS. And WSM is really good too, like MAS. But WSM is so high already, too high, so I'm not interested. But MASM is pretty good, so I like that. I like this one. I can't type. Okay, so okay, so daily wave 5 up is XLY, SMH, XLK, XLP, and KRE. This 5 sectors. This is 5 sectors daily wave 5 up. And so SMH is in my like a portfolio, XLY, Amazon, Tesla. I don't know. Tesla is a little bit more expensive these days. I'm a little bit reluctant to bet on earning even. The expect move is only $35 and much less than I expected. So we'll see. XLP, like AZO, like auto parts. AZO is one of our old tickers. It's daily with 3 up. If you want to do the BKNG also XLP ticker, right? So those are good. Okay, so 2 other tickers are like, I don't know, too many tickers. 2 other tickers are like XLP is a PM and STZ. But I'm not planning to do it and I don't have a position. So that's all the S&P sectors. So for earning, I don't know. I mean, would you want to, Microsoft, we still have positions and 2 upside targets still have some distance. We took some profit. So for worst case scenario, it come back down and we can just add back when we took off, like, right? So Amazon, I mean, do you still want to chase on Amazon? I don't have any position on Amazon. I mean, if anything, I don't mind selling 200 Cascare put for December, like this year. Okay, so in that case, if I'm wrong, then I'm not being punished so severely. I mean, basically like a money market, I'm talking a little bit like buying power there. Like 200 so cheap, right? It gave us, if 12 months give us quite a good premium. So it's not bad. And I don't mind buying Amazon at 200 minus whatever the premium we got paid. So it drops all the buying levels from previously is still good. 210, 200 something. Google, I'm definitely not interested in Google at this level. I mean, we bought from here. This is our October, September level, dropping level. Adding this is too much. I remember here I was like a old mom telling you guys how wonderful Google is gonna be 200, 180. I don't know whether you guys remember. If you don't, you can go back to listen to the market recaps. I keep saying that was daily wave three. I'm 1, 2, daily wave three. Look how much. And actually, this is 3, 4, and 5. I'm not interested in Google anymore. Meta, I mean, Meta, I think has upside potential. Can it go to 750? Um, but I'm really not that much interested. So how much room is that? I would rather put the money in Apple at this point, right? So I gave 3 levels on Apple. I have small position. I have 50 shares on Apple right now. And if Apple drop more, I will load more. I mean, if Apple drop to 180, I will give full allocation. Like pretty 1250 call. My gosh. Okay. All right. So market is bullish on Meta, bearish on Apple. Fine. I mean, I don't think I'm betting on either one of them. I do have a leap call a little bit leap call on Apple. Not big position. Um so anyway, so I gave a few tickers on regional banks and AX, where are the AX, FIN, I'm really eyeing this ticker. I think I want to do this one because upside, we did this one wrong. I gave here and then target 71, but it went to 76. So this ticker treated us well, but this ticker, let's IB, IBOC daily. 79. 79, right now 65. That's more than 20%. Pretty good, right? 79. So I'm gonna buy this sticker. And AX is fine too. So don't do every one of them. I like Team, but Team has earnings, so I'm not sure if you're in there, you might want to either hedge with put or take some profit. Daily, it looked like a little bit popping. So it's hard to say with team earning. Last time it run and run and run and run and run, but doesn't mean this time it will run again. So it didn't really drop to my desired level. Ideally, I want to come back down to gap fill. So I don't have position on team so far. I do have on ADSK. I have on DDOG, and I also have ZS. So what I'm thinking, I was thinking, market has a lot of 280, 290 sell call. That's for team, right? Yeah, team mostly drops. Like I find those tickers only go up when they like being beaten down so much and there's nowhere to go anymore, and then they're even like explosive short squeeze. So team at this level, I don't believe is gonna pop and pop. So I could be wrong, but I'm not willing to buy at this price. I would be interested here. I would be extremely interested in here. So we'll see what's happening. BKNG is daily, they has earning too, but I'm leaning bullish on earning, but doesn't really matter at this point because our bull call spread is so far out and bull put spread is so far out too. So we can just sit it out. But if you want to do this, you cannot really gamble double buy because the options like I wanted to do call option when I send the alert on here. And when I checked the option, it was $20 difference. $20. That's like per contract spread from 35 to 55. I was like, forget it. So that I always like ISRG ticker, but I think it's a little bit too much. If you can come back down here, I put ISRG in the long-term portfolio ticker. I really like this company, so check the long-term portfolio if you're interested in this ticker. Reese, we have been trading in and out of this ticker for quite a few times. This is like a Ferrari. Really, the risk people are not impacted, to be honest. So I gave a level, one level that you can go long on this. Swing, swing. I'm gonna do a search. 420, 424, 420. I guess it's just gap fill then. Like if gap fill and then monthly, like not monthly, upside target is pretty high, 500 plus something. So if you're interested, that's more than 20% gain. And like I said, the rich people are not, they don't really care what's happening, market, economy or market. They have money to spend. So when we went to Miami, and we saw so many fancy cars like on the street, and there was this like a Lamborghini, like SUV. It was so ugly. I mean, there was nothing you can tell this car is a fancy car. So usually when you saw a luxury fancy car like a Ferrari, Lamborghini, this kind of like you can see like a sport car, right? Very fancy design. But this SUV, it was like, and it's like a cheap lime color, this color car. So my husband and I were joking like a Lamborghini. It's really so anyway. So see, rich people they don't really care. And so I gave a whole bunch of stickers. Some are existing. IBM has earnings, so I think IBM, if you want to avoid it, like IBM, I'm like so reluctant to buy this tier. It only come back here. I'll be interested in buying in my long-term portfolio. We were buying at 122, 140, and now it's just ridiculous. So all the stickers are in the swing channel, so you don't have to remember. I really like Sophie. Sophie, I already took profit, right? So we entered here and took profit and hit on my target. So if earning, they come back down here, like $12, I will load really hard. I mean, you can't really do anything right now because earning tomorrow morning. You could, if you're really interested, you can say, okay, I'm gonna start buying free market. Oh my God. This is my simulation account, so I can put a ridiculous amount of share. Like I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna buy 5,000 shares. You could. I think it would be a really steal. Like it's cheap, so cheap. But on hourly time frame, I think Sophie, put a note in swing channel. Hourly is only drop about 17. and below 17 is very, very strong support. So I think we'll be lucky if we drop to 17, 16. I don't imagine so we drop to 12. But if it does drop to 12 for whatever reason, it's really we need to buy it, buy heavy. So that's bank, regional bank, AX, KRE, IPOCF, those are Boeing. I think Boeing, I'm bullish on the earning. I mean, all the bad news already out. Every single news you know about Boeing is out there, bad news. So I'm kind of leaning bullish on Boeing. Um, so Mali is still on the way. That's why it's really hard. This is daily wave 5 up target 22, and that's like a 400 point, right? So it's really, really hard to do option. It's like being grinding, grinding, grinding. First initial moves very strong, and then has been really just grinding. And I don't know when this guy having earnings. Let's look at man. So daily still one of my favorite tickers. But if you have share, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, until 15 minutes. I'm looking at on this side of the screen, the side you guys can see. I am in long NQ right now. Um, I don't have stop loss yet. I told you guys right? So I'm gonna put a stop loss on before I go to bed. If you can go to 21,620. Actually, 30 minutes also break out to the upside too. So before going to bed, I would put the stop loss. So that's all I have for me personally. Tomorrow I will take profit on short DT puts. It may have more downside, but I don't care. And I'll take some profit on the September lead puts too. And so if market come back up to retest the recent high, like 61, 83 or 62.34, then I'm gonna add the puts back on. So that's my plan. And I may also do some SPX calls or QQQ calls. Maybe the end of February. We have plenty of time, so we'll see what's happening. So that's my plan, and I'm only planning to do this unless some of the tickers, Amazon, Google, their earnings drop really sharp to the level I'm really attracted. I can't say no, then I'll be buying those shares. All the other tickers in the those beyond what I have, ADSK, DDOG, ZS, I have I'm planning to do IBOC. I'm not planning to do anything else. I stay very focused this year. Narrow down my trees, and when the opportunity comes, I load heavy. That's the strategy for this year. And all right, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, bye.